verse 7. Hear ye the words of the Lord. In all things, showing yourself to be a pattern of good works. In doctrine, showing integrity, reverence, incorruptibility. Sound speech that cannot be condemned. That one who is an opponent may be ashamed, having nothing evil to say of you. You may, beloved, tell your neighbor, say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
My consistency.
My consistency.
Counts.
Counts.
You may be seated. You may be seated in my house this morning. I want to preach a deeper topic. My consistency counts. Asbury, I want to pose a question that you already know the answer to. Have you ever felt like giving up? I mean really giving up. Walking away from something you put your hard work into because you're not seeing any results. I'm talking about that type of giving up. I'm not talking about quitting just because you're immature and you don't get your way. I'm not saying quitting because folk don't agree with you, but have you ever wanted to give up because you gave it your all and you're not getting your all back into return? You've gone to enough meetings. You went to enough counseling sessions. You tried to be the bigger person. Yeah, you tried to speak to them and they did not even want to speak to you back. You read a handful of scriptures and you quoted enough prayers. You're at the end of your rope and you're trying to give up. So you're tired of trying to be the bigger person and being prayerful for folk and they act like they don't even know your name. You're tired of extending yourself to other folk and they only call you when they want something. The truth is, you just don't feel like it no more. Your emotions have made the executive decision. I quit. I quit this foolishness. I quit this mess. If you don't want to be around me, that's fine. I'm going to give you an invitation to bless me with your absence. I quit. You can keep your relationship. This job ain't worth it. You ain't paying me enough anyway. Your family too crazy. Your church is too old. Your children are too undisciplined. It's not enough money to deal with what I'm dealing with. I've done enough and I can't take it no more. I quit. Well, if there's ever been you, Sister Connie, let me introduce you to a brother who wants to quit. His name is Titus and he wants to quit. He is a strained and exasperated minister of the gospel. He was trying to do his thing in ministry, but it got tough for Titus. See, ministry was not yielding any results, and he wants to walk away from it all. I know you're asking yourself, who is Titus, Pastor Whipple? I ain't heard of him before. Well, Titus is a ministry co-worker of Paul the Apostle. Titus was charged with overseeing the affairs of the Christian assemblies in every town on the island called Crete. But the sad reality is, it's just not working out for Titus. He's a chastised church planter. He's a tired preacher. He's an overworked overseer. He's a minister with a migraine who is spent from all his work in ministry. And maybe, just maybe, my Asbury family, you may never preach a sermon on Sunday morning. You may never pastor a church. You may never be a minister of music. And you may never put on a choir robe, but maybe you're just tired of being a Christian. You're tired of the snide remarks people make about the church and folk who are in it. You're tired of folks saying that church folk are phony. You're tired of at least trying to do right. Yeah, I know everybody else trying to fake it to make it, but I'm at least trying to do right. No, you're not perfect, but at least you're trying. Give me some credit for when I do right in my life. Give me some credit for holding my tongue when I wanted to cuss folk out. Remember my behavior when I was calm, but I really wanted to act a fool. Please don't forget, I ain't been saved forever. I know I go to Asbury in 2014, but there was a time when I would have told you what not and who done it. I would have cussed you out in 4 different languages, and God would not have been in the room. Give me some credit when I know I can come to church when I was hung out last night with the wrong person. Give me some credit. I know I ain't a perfect Christian, but I know at least one good scripture. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Give me some credit wrong, but finally thank God for what I did right. Am I preaching to anybody? I know I ain't perfect, but thank God for the stuff I did right. I know we in here with a bunch of sinners and some crazy folk, but I'm crazy for Jesus now, because he's been better to me than I've been to myself. So please stop highlighting my wrongs and thank God for what I did right. Please don't forget the gradual changes I made in my life. You may have went from 4 packs of cigarettes to 2 packs of cigarettes. Thank God for the change. You may have went from cussing every other sentence to just cussing when you're angry. So just thank God for that. You may have timed 5% and you're going to get to 10% because God is with you every step of the way. I may not quit cold turkey, but thank God for the progress I made in my life. Is there anybody here who can thank God for the baby steps? I thank God for the baby steps. I'm not where I should be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. That's my testimony. I gotta thank God for baby steps. See, y'all trying to be cute. I wish I had a witness who can testify and say, when I look back over my life, I'm the one who should be there. I should be the one in shepherd prayer, bouncing against the rubber room. I should be the one out in the cemetery right now. I should be the one. I should have been the one shooting up a mall because somebody broke my heart. I should have been the one who done acted the fool one too many times. But God kept me. He kept me every step of the way. I know it's early in the sermon. Just slap out with yourself and say, God kept me. God kept me. God kept me. You ain't got to slap out with your neighbor just yet. But thank God for where you are